lovely people, let's check out the new Bogren BDM amp knobs. Yes, we have 3 of them available, and the timing for the release could not have been better. If you watched my video from last week, I compared my JVM, my Marshall JVM 410 with my JCM 800, and I tried to make them sound as similar as possible. So if you haven't checked the video yet, I will link it up here, but watch this video first, okay? Don't screw up my watch time, thank you. And while we're at it, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. That makes me and my refrigerator happy. If you consider buying anything from Bogren Digital, check out the link in the description. There's an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it gives me a few percentages to fill my refrigerator. All right. Enough of the promotion stuff, let's dive into the beautiful amp knobs from Bogren Digital. We have 3 of them, and in the intro you heard a song by a band called Opeth. If you're not familiar with Opeth, check them out. It was the song called The Lotus Eater, and it's from the record Watershed. And the JVM amp knob that comes with the pack was modeled after the JVM that was used for the Opeth Watershed record. How great is that? I mean, the Watershed record for me personally was like Metallica's Black Album. But before we come to the JVM, let us start with the JCM 800, right? A great classic. Let me grab my beautiful Ibanez RG460 DX ROM. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, I have to give it back. I have to be careful. That's the Surface, the bad boy, BDM 800 lead knob. And what I love about these plugins in general, this is why I'm such a sucker for all the amp knobs Bogren has released, is because of its simplicity. There's not much to tweak. In other words, there's nothing that distracts you from playing. And to be honest, I love my analog stuff. I love my Kemper. There are so many great solutions out there nowadays. We live in golden times. But when it comes to tracking something fast, this is my go-to plugin because it's so simple, right? We have this volume knob. This is the gain knob. If you turn it up, you get more gain. And if you turn it down, you get less gain. And then we have a pedal, a little boost pedal. And some of these nice amp knobs come with an FX section. You just click on this one here, and then you have, let's call it the back plate. The back plate consists of reverb and delay. Let's close this for now. Let's turn it off. If you want to drive the input harder, you can turn it up. You can turn it up to 12. I don't know if this is dB, but usually I leave that as at 0. I'm sorry. And you can also reduce the out volume, or you can push it up to 6 dB. Okay, cool. If you run this thing in the standalone mode, it's hard to get it back to 0. Okay, if you run this in the standalone mode, you will see 2 additional icons here. You will get a metronome as well, and you will have a folder because you can also record directly with the amp knob. Isn't that amazing? It is. I'm just not running it in the standalone mode because I have a Steinberg UR44 audio interface, and as soon as you have to do some trickier routing, it's not the best audio interface in the world. And this is also the reason why you will hear everything in mono, even if we use the delay later on. There's a ping pong function. I would love to show you that in stereo because it sounds pretty impressive in the room. It will be mono. Please forgive me. Thank you. We have a tuner here. Look at this nice tuner. You can tune your guitar. We have a couple of caps. This is the modern cap. We have a vintage cap. We have a lead cap, and you can also load your own IR. And if you need no cap, you can also record the DI track, which will sound horrible, I guess. And if we click here, we will find settings, license info, blah, blah, blah. Most important thing here is the gate. The gate is amazing. It works fantastic. I have my desktop PC right next to me. It's horrible interferences. Wow, hard word. And with the gate, I keep it under control nicely. Let's hear some sounds. That's fun. That's instant fun. Okay, can we turn all of this off? And then let's go through the cap. So we had the modern cap, and let's compare it to the vintage cap. So modern cap right now. To be honest, I haven't read the manual, but it sounds to me like the modern cap is like a T75 speaker and the vintage cap is a V30 or something. So let's check out the lead cap. We have a third one going on here. Okay, so definitely less low end, which makes complete sense, right? For a lead cap. So perfect, you don't have to tweak the EQ, even if you want to track with the plugin your rhythm tracks as well as the lead guitar tracks. No tweaking necessary. I love that. And to be honest, I'm very, very familiar with the JCM 800, and it gives you this typical Marshall JCM 800 mid-oomph that this amp has, this unique mid-oomph that it's really hard to replicate, but somehow they did it. All right, plugin number 2, the famous JVM 410, and it comes in 4 modes. I think these are the channels. The JVM 410 has 4 channels: clean, crunch, lead 1 and lead 2, and we also have a boost pedal. Here we do not have any effects section, but we have a reverb knob, and the caps Oh, we do not have a lead cap here. We just have a modern cap and a vintage cap. My God, my English is perfect today. And here, the same thing, the gate. All right. So let's listen to mode 1. I think this is clean, right? Hair attack. Whew, okay, so first of all, I have to practice the guitar more, way more, way more. And second of all, these plugins sound freaking great, don't they? And last but definitely not least, the BDM 75. It's modeled after a JMP, I guess. And look at this, it's so nice. If we switch, if we flick this switch, you can see you bridge the inputs. I like that. It's super awesome. Ah, details. I love details like that. We have two caps, the modern and the vintage cap. And yeah, let's turn this one down first and let's see how it sounds. Now let's hear how it sounds. That makes way more sense. That sparkly highs, I love that. What can I say? I think that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if so, please subscribe to the channel. That makes me happy. And we see us in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.